Good evening. There's criticism of a number of investigations into allegations of a plot by hardline Muslims to take over schools in Birmingham. The MP, Khalid Mahmood, has described them as totally haphazard. He welcomes an inquiry but says there is a need for both urgency and coordination to find out what really has been going on. Keith Wilkinson reports.
The letter, itself in doubt, that so far raised far more questions than answers. It claimed there was a Trojan horse-style plot by radical Muslims to infiltrate a number of Birmingham schools. That's now led to a variety of inquiries into those allegations. Ofsted's Chief Inspector, Sir Michael Wilshaw, is overseeing investigations after leaks in the media revealed 6 Birmingham schools face special measures. Counter-terrorism expert Peter Clark is also overseeing inquiries at the Department for Education. And a Birmingham City Council inquiry will be headed by former Coventry headmaster Ian Kershaw. The Birmingham MP Khalid Mahmood is concerned this will all cause confusion and delays.
It's totally haphazard, and at the moment there's no working with anybody at all. You got 3 lead members on this. You got Peter Clark, you got Sir Michael Wilshaw, and you got the local authority doing something different. So unless they're coordinated, it will take a lot of time and effort to try and put it together. And then at the end, the report will not marry up because it will not give you a single conclusion. So there'll be different conclusions coming out of different things, and then you're going to try and put them all together to try and move forward for the schools. So it doesn't give a clear objective for the schools, and more importantly, it doesn't allow the parents to decide where they're going to be sending their children to come September. And that's the most important thing, that we need to get this in time so we can get those children in school and ensure the confidence of the parents and the community in doing that.
And what if the various inquiries reach different views? Who'll decide what's right and what's wrong? Keith Wilkinson, ITV News.
Well, the Department for Education said this evening it was investigating the serious allegations in conjunction with Ofsted, the City Council and the police. It added it is vital the investigations are carried out impartially and it would be inappropriate to comment further at this stage. Meanwhile, tributes have been paid to a respected Muslim leader who was also on the City Council's panel investigating the Trojan horse allegations. Dr. Mohammed Nasim, who was the chairman of Birmingham Central Mosque, died this morning in the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Birmingham, aged 90. He was a central figure for Muslims in the Midlands, as well as working as a GP. He carried on his work representing the Muslim community right up until his death.
The last time I saw him, that was about 5:30 last night in the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, and still he was discussing some issues regarding the Muslim community, particularly the Trojan horse issue. So you can imagine that until only a few hours before he passed away, he was still interested in all the issues.
His kindness, his compassion, his integrity, his sincerity, his honesty, and his hard work. Those are the qualities by which I will always remember him.
A surgeon who raised concerns about overcrowding at a hospital in Coventry says becoming a whistleblower ruined his life. Dr. Raj Mattu was suspended for 5 years on full pay 13 years ago, shortly after speaking out. In 2010, he went on sick leave due to stress and was sacked. Last week, a tribunal said he'd been unfairly dismissed, as Lee Comley reports.
Dr. Raj Mattu was a well-respected heart surgeon working at Walsgrave Hospital in Coventry. In 2001, he exposed conditions that were affecting the quality of patient care, in particular the deaths of 2 patients who were in overcrowded hospital bays. In an interview with ITV's Daybreak this morning, Dr. Mattu and his wife spoke of how difficult the past 13 years have been and how it's changed their lives.
After I'd witnessed them putting patients at risk and patients dying, I actually witnessed patients dying, which I know at the other hospitals I'd worked at wouldn't have died.
It's been absolutely devastating. Over the last 13 years, we've effectively lost the prime years of our life. And during that time, Raj has been admitted to hospital on several occasions. And then we've also made we were forced to make a very difficult decision of not planning a family because of the stress and the consistent pressure that was on us over the last 13 years.
Knowing everything you know now, going back, would you still whistleblow?
I wouldn't recommend at the present moment, with the current state of affairs in the NHS, to encourage anybody to whistleblow.
In 2010, Dr. Matu was sacked while on sick leave. And last week, a tribunal said he was unfairly dismissed. He's always maintained that his dismissal and suspension was down to his whistleblowing, something the tribunal agreed with. The Trust, in response to the tribunal's ruling, said that it was disappointed in the outcome and it will continue to support all its staff to raise concerns. Lee Comley, ITV News.
The Transport Secretary has been in Birmingham today inspecting the ongoing redevelopment of New Street Station. Patrick McLaughlin has taken a tour of the £600 million project, taking in the new concourse, atrium and access points. It's part of a £38 billion investment in the railway network and is due to be completed in 2015. A school principal from Derby has managed to sing with her idol after masterminding a plan to inspire her pupils. Angela O'Brien from Wyndham Primary in Alveston joined Gary Barlow on stage at his concert recently. She'd made a banner, booked 2 front row seats and tweeted Gary in advance. She says it was to show her pupils that dreams can be achieved. Now let's get the weather forecast from Lucy.
A short break. Whatever the weather. ITV Local Weather, sponsored by Centre Parks.
Hello. Well, it's an unsettled picture as we head through the rest of this week with showers and longer spells of rain, thanks to low pressure taking control of our weather. Saying that, tonight will be dry with patchy cloud. Temperatures not dropping too low, 7 or 8 degrees Celsius with light winds as well. So fairly uneventful overnight tonight and some sunny spells to start the day tomorrow. But the cloud building all the time. We've got some rain moving in our direction. This is going to spread north and eastwards through the afternoon. So some heavy downpours to come, especially for western areas. Temperatures reaching 14 or 15 degrees Celsius. I'll see you tomorrow.
ITV Local Weather, sponsored by Centre Parks.
And that's all we've got time for tonight. There are updates on the website, itv.com/central. But for now, from the late team, good night.